The past few years or so have often been called the start of the economic recovery in the United States. And while there's been good news, it hasn't necessarily been for everyone. According to a new Pew Research report, wealth inequality widened dramatically during 2009 to 2011, as the upper 7% of American households saw their average net worth increase 28%, while the wealth of the other 93% declined.
There's nothing particularly new about this situation. The whole history of the United States has been a struggle for democracy, a struggle by working people against a small group of wealthy people.
From 2009 to 2011, the average net worth of the nation's 8 million most affluent households jumped from an estimated $2.7 million to $3.2 million. For the 111 million households that form the bottom 93%, average net worth fell 4%, from $140,000 to an estimated $134,000. One reason may be because the wealthiest households have their assets concentrated in stocks and other financial instruments, while others' wealth is concentrated in their homes.
For the majority of people living in the United States, the overwhelming majority, the source of their income is selling their labor power. You go to a job, you get paid for it, right? You get wages, maybe a salary. But there's a small group of people whose income is derived not from selling their labor power, but through owning. And their income is derived from the work that other people do. Right? And that's really the division. It's about where that income is derived from.
Also, the wealthiest Americans were 13 times as likely as other households to own government securities or municipal or corporate bonds.
The government sells lots and lots of bonds to private investors and uses the money it gets from selling the bonds to fund its current spending. Those private investors are not investing in other kinds of economic activity, which might well be more productive than investing in government debt.
The issue of inequality gained prominence in late 2011 when supporters of the Occupy Wall Street movement began protesting the wealth of the 1% against the rest of America. Barack Obama, who was getting ready to run for a second term as president, rallied heavily against the growing economic divide during his campaign. Although Barack Obama won the U.S. presidential elections, a lot of his policies aimed at addressing the issue of income inequality have been rejected by Congress. And those that did go into effect, at least according to the Pew Research report, have pretty much been ineffective. Susan Madaris, Press TV, New York.